YouTube, what's up? It's your favorite YouTuber with the hookah, Too Clean, back with another reaction video. Welcome to my channel, Afros and Hookah. And anyway, today, as you can see from the title, we have a nice, lovely, beautiful young lady who would like to share her first date story. But before we begin, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. We on the road to 1,000. You know, we almost there. We almost there. So go on ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I drop a video. And I'm hoping you are loving the new setup and everything. I know y'all seen the new intro by now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of fly, and the new setup and everything. I'm just trying to do my thing. We upgrading over here. You know what I'm saying? We upgrading. Yes, indeed. But without further ado, one more thing. Yes, I will be coming with more hookah videos. You know what I'm saying? The more y'all subscribe, the more hookah videos I'll be able to pump out, because once I hit that 1,000 subscriber threshold and I get monetized on the channel and all that good stuff, I'll be able to get expedited shipping on all my hookah flavors instead of just using standard, because you know what I'm saying, I have to, all of that come out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So once I get to the right amount of subscribers and the right amount of watch time and everything, hey, you'll see more hookah videos being pumped out, because the flavors get to me a lot faster. You did. But anyway, my hookah is lit, so let's get to it. And this is my first time using this setup, so y'all bear with me. All right, let's go ahead and see what she has to say.
If I could give y'all any advice, it's that if you're dating someone and you get a bad impression of them the first time, that is as good as it's ever going to get. So I got back on the dating apps and I matched with this guy, and we were having a really good conversation through messaging, so I decided to ask him for a video call.
All right. So I'm gonna just hit that right there. I'm gonna just have to pause it right there. She said she met the guy on a dating app. That's already a red flag. Ain't nobody on dating apps besides people who are trying to crack. You know what I'm saying? Trying to smash, trying to get a little swerve on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody serious on these dating apps. You can name it. Ain't nobody serious. Even on the Kendra G Singles app, people ain't serious on there. They ain't serious on there. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to put that as the first red flag. Like, hey, you met on a dating app, you can expect a certain kind of behavior. But anyway, let's proceed.
Get on the phone, and we were having a really good conversation on the phone at first. So the conversation was actually going so well that he asked me to go on a date the very same day. Our taste in food wasn't really that similar, but he did say that he liked seafood and he knew a good seafood restaurant. Mind you, he did also ask me what area I lived in before he gave me the name of the restaurant. So I looked up the restaurant on Google just to see what it was. It was something similar to like Juicy Crab, which is fine. Then I put the name of the restaurant into my GPS, and I saw that it was like an hour and 20 minutes away.
Driving an hour and 20 minutes just to be disappointed. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. By the way, I love Juicy Crab, by the way. Let's proceed.
I assumed that we both lived kind of far from the restaurant, and we were meeting in the middle to go to this restaurant. So we set a time, and then we actually stayed on the phone for a little bit.
I went 10 minutes away, and y'all meeting in the middle. So this will perhaps be a long distance relationship. And I like to add this in here. Long distance relationships do not work for adults. Okay. Somebody always end up cheating. Somebody always feel, neglected or left out, or whatever you think, they're going to feel that way. Right. So long distance relationships do not work. Majority of these people like to be up under their significant other. No, hey, it is what it is. I guess everybody teddy bears, but we like to be up under our significant other as much as possible. If there's a relationship there, let me put it like that. If there's a relationship there, if it's not a relationship there, then, hey, go ahead and do your thing, but, if it's a relationship there, we like to be up under our significant others. We really do. Let's proceed.
After that, and the conversation just went downhill from there. This man starts talking about himself incessantly, and he's talking about how good he looks, and not only how good he thinks he looks, but how good other women perceive him to look. To the point that he even told me that he was watching himself in the FaceTime game.
Red flag. Already a red flag. All right. So he's talking about how good he looks and how good other women thinks that he's less. So he's bigging himself up, which is not a bad thing to do. But on the first phone call, like what? I'm guessing he's saying that, yo, you better play your cards right because there's a lot of women out here who want me. That's pretty much what he's saying. You're dealing with a very conceited type of guy. Very conceited type of guy. He's just conceited. That's all I can think of right now. Very conceited, but he's not even paying attention to you or how good you like. This is a beautiful woman. Shout out to this woman for being beautiful naturally. I could tell that's a rare hair. It looks like she has on very little to no makeup. I would have to go and say she has on no makeup at all. This woman is beautiful, the epitome of natural beauty. You know what I'm saying? But let's proceed.
But he does start asking me questions, such as when I go out, how often do men hit on me? So I say, I don't know. I guess as much as any other one.
That's a really, really dumb question to ask somebody. Whenever you go out, how many guys hit on you? Like women keep track of how many. Okay, yes, women do keep track of how many guys. I ain't delusional, women do keep track, and we know this. They keep track of how many guys hit on them, but she's a beautiful woman, so of course she's going to get hit on quite often, no matter where she goes. She can go to a bookstore, and if it's a guy behind the cash register, then he's going to try to shoot a shot. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's a very insecure question to ask. What do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know.
Because what's the relevance of this? He moves on. He asked me if I smoke. I told him, no, I don't smoke. It says that on my profile. And he says,
So that lets you know that he doesn't read. He doesn't read your profiles. All right. So the little biography and y'all little dating profiles, whatever, he doesn't read it. He doesn't read it. He skips over it, just goes straight to the pictures, and I find this to be happening quite often. People really don't read bios. And, recently in the news, there's a lot of videos on YouTube and TikTok about how this new generation cannot read. Maybe you're dealing with an illiterate guy. Maybe this guy is very illiterate. Maybe he can't read. He probably can't read. And that's a shame, but and that's also a red flag that he skipped all the way over your bio because he didn't read it. He didn't read it. Let's proceed.
what?
So you've never smoked before?
I have smoked before.
Yeah, I could tell.
What is that?
You cannot tell that this woman smokes. Let me just put that out there. You cannot tell that this woman not even smokes, because obviously she doesn't, right? But you can't tell that she smoked before. I do agree that people who smoke often do have a certain kind of look, but I'm sorry, she doesn't have that look. She doesn't have that look. There are people that you can't tell that they smoke, but majority of the people who do smoke, you can pretty much tell that they smoke. You can, but she doesn't have that look. Proceed.
You have dark lips.
I don't have dark lips from smoking. I have dark lips genetically.
No, I'm pretty sure it's from smoking.
You both are wrong. She don't have dark lips from smoking. She doesn't have dark lips genetically either. Your lips are light, all right, and quite nice. But let me stop being thirsty. Let's proceed. You don't have dark lips, baby. You don't.
Probably smoked 5 non-consecutive times, not even in the same year. That's not how it works.
All it takes is one time.
BS. Right there, that's another red flag. It lets you know that you're dealing with a dummy. This dude is an idiot, and he smokes fentanyl. All right, that's all this is. This is fentanyl talk. Fentanyl talk. All right, this ain't the Mary Jane. This is fentanyl.
I should have hung up the phone right there. P.S. Because I know you're watching this video, that's not how that works. Anyway, we move on from that, and then he wants to play a game. Well, the game is, can I guess how much you weigh just by looking at you? I don't really need to play that game. I could just tell you how much I weigh. But he insists on playing this game, and he said he wants me to see how good he is at guessing people's weight.
Oh, okay. So now he's a sideshow character. Who does this? Ladies, is this what you have to deal with now? If so, then I get it. I get it why y'all are complaining about the dating pool. This guy is obviously young. He has no mouthpiece, so he can't spit any game. He probably didn't tell you how beautiful you are or how attractive you are, or he's probably not even like holding up the conversation because he's just spitting out stuff that's on his mind that he's not supposed to really say. On the other hand, he's probably saying these things because it worked in the past for him. When guys find something that works, they stick to the code. This ain't going to work on this kind of woman. As a guy, you got to figure out what works on what type of woman. You know what I'm saying? She looks elegant. She looks kind of classy, you know what I'm saying? Even though she's on the t-shirt right now, but I could tell by her demeanor and how she talks and how she's carrying herself right here that this is a higher level kind of woman. She really is. You can't just pull or say anything to her to try to get her. Nah, you can't do that. Proceed.
Cool beats. So I stand up, I go to my mirror, and I turn the camera around. But I have like a t-shirt and some joggers on. And he says, you have big clothes on. Sir, this is your game. You told me you could just look at me and tell how much I weigh, so how much? But I throw him a bone and I pull my shirt back so it just looks like a fitted shirt. This man says, and I quote,
Do a 360 for me.
You fell for it. That was his main goal the whole time, asking you to play this quote unquote game. You fell for it. He don't care how much you weigh. He don't care how much you weigh. The only thing he cared about is seeing the yams. That's all he cares about. He wants you to do a 360 so he can see what them yams look like. You know what I'm saying? He want to see if you work at Amazon. You know what I'm saying? So nah, you fell for it. You should have just said, nah, we don't need to do that. Although you did say that, yo, I could just tell you how much I weigh. But that's not something that normal guys go around doing, asking women how much they weigh. Now the age thing, I give y'all that dates way back. Like a lady don't tell her age, but if she says that, then you pretty much know how old she is. Let's be honest. Only women over 40 say a lady don't never tell her age. So it lets you know that she's over 40. But you don't go around asking women, yo, let me guess your weight. This stupid.
think the fuck not. So he laughs and tells me he was just joking. No, you weren't. Then he guesses that I weigh somewhere between 150 and 165. That is a gigantic range. I don't look the same at 150 as I do at 165, but I'm also not about to argue about my weight, so you got it. Game over. So can you guys guess what I did next?
All right. So the options is humbled him, option A, canceled the date, option B, asked if this was a prank, option C. I would hope that she used option B. I would really hope that she chose that option. Like, because this is ridiculous. There's too many red flags going on here. This guy doesn't deserve a date. He doesn't even deserve a phone number. He don't deserve to be in your presence, baby. He don't. Let's see what she chooses.
No, that is incorrect. I got off the phone and I called my sister. And I don't know if I explained.
You baptized this woman. You got off the phone and called your sister. You should have got off the phone and called some kind of male figure in your life. Your daddy, your uncle, a cousin, a homeboy, something. And they would have told you, just like I'm telling you right now, hey, don't do it. This guy is going to waste your time. He's probably going to get you pregnant, or probably try to get you pregnant, because you probably one of the baddest women he ever had. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to waste your time. He's going to break your heart. This dude is an idiot. Tell them the same exact story, and they're going to tell you, stop right there. Don't do it. This guy is dumb. He is dumb. There's really no other way to describe this man. This man is dumb. He's probably high. Like I said, I think he smoked fentanyl, but proceed.
I explained it incorrectly, but she told me that I might be overthinking it and she wouldn't have thought anything of it. And I told her I was considering canceling the date, and she told me to give him a chance and it might be better in person. Spoiler alert, It wasn't. So I got ready, I drove there, and it took like an hour and 15 minutes. And he got there maybe 3 or 4 minutes after I did. We get in the restaurant, we get seated, and immediately it is super awkward.
I mean, well, I will have to give him this. At least he showed up on time. He got there a couple of minutes after you did. I mean, I guess we got to give some kind of credit. The guy is pretty punctual. But hey, I guess when Yams is on the line, you're gonna show up on time. You're gonna find a way to get there on time. But let's see what happens.
Tell that he does not know what to say, so I try to carry the conversation, but he's not asking me.
Of course, this guy does not know what to say because he spends all his time interacting with women online, not in public. Online. Really, the only conversation this guy can have face to face is he opens the door. Hey, what's up, baby? Come on in. Take them clothes off. That's probably the only conversations he have with women face to face. You know what I'm saying? But you're not a woman. You're a lady. I could tell you're a lady. You are a lady. There's a difference these days. Proceed.
Any questions back, and he's not posing the questions that I'm asking back to me. He's just answering the questions and moving on. Then the waitress comes to take our order, and he is low-key flirting with this waitress, which is not only crazy because
I believe her. I believe her. Another red flag. Another red flag. I mean, I need to have a counter up here of all the red flags that I'm noticing. I believe her. I believe her. This sucks. This sucks. I apologize that you have to go through this. I really do. This sucks. But he's low-key flirting with the waiter. Okay. You utilized the word low-key. Like, he wasn't making it obvious. So I need to know, I need some extra details. What exactly did he do to low-key flirt with the waitress? I mean, when she handed out the menus, did he try to give a nice little touch on her hand as he grabbed it? Was he complimenting her? Was he smiling a little bit too much? These are details that I need to know to verify if he was low-key flirting with the waitress. But I do believe you. I believe you. Because this dude is dumb enough to do that. He's dumb enough to do it. So I believe you, baby. Let's go.
because I'm sitting right here. But it's like, we don't even have this type of chemistry, and we're the ones on the date. So she walks off, and he kind of explains that he frequents that restaurant. So I'm like, all right, still inappropriate, but cool, you know her. And the answer is no. So we move on, and we're talking, and I realize that
He lied. He know her. He probably cracked already. He knows her. He knows her.
my back is hurting from carrying this entire conversation. So I stopped talking, thinking that he's going to start talking, and that's not what happened at all. So now
You thought wrong. Of course, he hasn't been talking the whole day. All he's been doing was just answering your questions, literally. Why would you think that he's going to pick up where you left off at? Why? If it was up to him, y'all be talking about smashing right now. I bet if that's what y'all was talking about, he'd have a lot to say. He would have a whole lot to say. Proceed.
neither of us are talking, and he keeps picking up his phone and putting it down. And then at one point, he started to watch the game at the bar. So I tried to.
He's picking his phone up and putting it down, and he keeps doing it. He has something else lined up after y'all date in case you don't let him crack. That's what that is. He's setting everything up. He's putting the play in motion already, because he's getting the little signals like, yo, this a tough nut to crack right here. Let me go ahead to set something up so all this money I'm spending on this date won't just go to total waste. I'm getting something. Somebody's getting it. Somebody's getting it today. Not even tonight, today.
Make one last ditch effort to make conversation, and this is how it went. Oh, so you like football?
Yeah, but neither of my teams are playing today.
Cool. Would you describe yourself as a shy person?
Not at all. What will make you ask that?
I don't know, You're not really saying much, though.
Oh yeah, well, I don't really talk much on first dates because I like to get to know more about the other person.
Okay, yeah. Well, you haven't really asked me a lot of questions.
What's your favorite color?
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
My God. How many of y'all knew that was going to be the first question he asked? What's your favorite color? He don't even want to know what your favorite color is. It was just the first thing that popped up in his bird brain. It was just the first thing that popped up. Hey, what's your favorite color? Come on now. Bruh. Y'all, fellas, y'all need to develop tight mouthpieces. For real. Because you're not going to get these women just off your looks alone. And if you do get them off your looks alone, those are the women that you don't even want. She ain't going to be no woman of substance. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to practice speaking to women. I mean, excuse me, ladies. Y'all need to practice speaking to ladies. There is a difference. Proceed.
Fortunately, the food comes out and it's still kind of awkward, but it's less awkward because we're eating. But when I tell y'all I was almost too disgusted to eat.
Y'all.
Not only was it messy, but it was also loud and he was eating super fast. So he got done way before I was done. And for the rest of the time,
Eating super fast and got done before you was done because he had something else lined up. I'm telling you. I know. He had something else lined up. He had to because he knew you weren't coming back to the crib. He had something else lined up. He had to be punctual because that's the only thing he could do right is be on time.
that I was eating, it kind of felt like he was rushing me to get done. So I'm assuming he had somewhere to be after that. And I asked him, were you trying to go somewhere after this? Which, poorly phrased. He assumed that I meant us. And he asked me if I wanted to go get dessert after that. Absolutely not. But somehow it came up that we both really like ice cream. And he suggested that I take him to go get ice cream on our second date. What? And he repeats himself.
On our next date, you should take me to go get ice cream.
Yeah, so that's the straw that broke the camel's back. I was not done eating, but I was done eating, and we got the check, and we left. Before we departed, he told me to text him and let him know when I got home safely. I told him you do the same. I didn't even get to the highway before he texted me that he was home. So when I got home...
Okay. In the beginning, you said that the restaurant was like an hour and 10 minutes away from where you lived. He texts you a few minutes after y'all leave saying that he's home. This fool lived right around the corner. So he didn't pick a place for y'all to meet up, in the middle. He picked something that was right around the corner for him. He was trying to crack. That's what it was. We can go to my crib right around the corner. I get you a bottle or whatever. And, we can see where the night takes us. No. Idiot.
I told him that I got home. I also told him that I'm no longer interested in dating him. He asked me why. I told him exactly why. He apologized. He explained himself. And I actually gave him another chance after this, at least for a day.
She liked him. The only type of guy that can get a woman to do this is a very good looking one. Is a very attractive guy. She liked this guy. He must have been like 7'12". He must have a 6-pack. He must have a 6-figure income. For her to go through all this and give him another shot lets me know she really likes this guy. It don't matter about his brains. It doesn't matter that he doesn't know how to carry a conversation. She may be annoyed, but she could just look at him. At least she could just look at him. No. Baptize this woman. Let's proceed.
But the next day we just ended up arguing 2 times, and then later on that day he reminded me that he was very serious about me taking him to go get ice cream on our second date, and that just pissed me off all over again. And
I bet it did. This guy doesn't want ice cream. I mean, his second date, if it was up to him, y'all's second date would have been him going to Walmart, get a little bit of Haagen-Dazs or Bluebell or whatever. Butter pecan. He probably would choose butter pecan because with his bird brain, he's probably like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get this butter pecan. You know what I'm saying? Because she reminds me of butter pecan. She tastes like butter pecan. I'm gonna get that butter pecan and say that it reminds me of you. So every time I eat it, I think of eating. Yeah, I'll finish the rest.
ghosted him. Oh, and I did see that you followed me on TikTok before you left that comment under my video. So in case you were wondering, we will never speak again.
You shouldn't even have wasted your time giving him a second chance, shawty. You shouldn't even have wasted your time. This guy is. I'm glad you came to your senses and blocked and ghosted him. You said you ghosted him. She didn't say block. She ain't say block. So my guy, you probably still up in there. You just gotta come correct. All right. But I'm sorry that you had to go through this, baby. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. Looking as good as you look, you need to holler at somebody else, somebody like me. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Have you experienced anything like this, ladies? Have you experienced anything like this? Is the dating pool really this bad? Is it? Y'all let me know in the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace.